We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. Hello. Still setting up, as always. As always. Get some music going. I'm a big fan of Electronica Theme 1. There we go. A little Winamp going in the corner. Oh, corner is down there somewhere. Recalibrating. Am I in the right spot? This... I mean, it looks right. Mostly right. Mostly right. But is this right? Tilt. Tilt. Arms. Entirely too close zoom. There we go. Let's go hide in this corner. Oh no, did I get trapped in this corner again? There's some colliders over here that are being something else, I think. It's like, which disheveled corner should I sit in? This one? This looks nice and disheveled. It looks factory-ish. Looks factory-ish, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Welcome in. Oh, I should probably do the customary links. And I think I do need to do some color calibration here. Because, oh, this shirt is floppier than the other shirt, as funny as that sounds. For those who don't know, the tracker is sitting in my chest pocket here. And I rearranged my desk just a little bit, and apparently it's just enough to be off a little bit. There we go. So I think my hand tracking was a smidge too far away. There we go. Now we're working. Seriously, I moved my keyboard 1 inch closer. And I think now it is where it is supposed to be. Now we can get that field of view. I forget what it is. I forget what the field of view of a Leap 1. Leap 1. And I should have picked up a Leap 2, or I forget what they called it. Ultra Leap? I should have picked up an Ultra Leap before they... I don't know. Did they go under, or... What happened? I forget what happened with the, I think they got... I heard rumors they got bought or something. So I think I'll have to make do with my ye old Leap. Okay, and this happened last time. Why am I dropping so many frames? It's like something's running an update. Right when I want to do stuff. What do we got here? Unity Hub, we don't need you. Oh, shoot. No, go away. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so something drops frames when I tab back into OBS. And it did this. Yeah. And my reactions are so much slower. See that? Nope. That is weird. That is so weird. We're gonna pause. Close this down and boot it back up. No, you get spoilers. You get spoilers for tonight. Okay, let's see. Charging up my technology. Oh, hey, I have a fan. Gathering up assets. Whenever I see a cool asset in one of the packs, I have to import it and bring it in there. We can have a working oscillating fan there. Happy Monday. It is Monday here. And overall, except for the last hour, it was indeed a happy Monday. So happy I should have been playing Happy Mondays. I think I would definitely get dinged. I think I would definitely get dinged if I was playing some Happy Mondays. Tell your homies their assets are nice. Yeah. I will let my homies know. Let's sit in the office. Which office is this? You know, we haven't sat in this office for a bit. It's been a minute since we've been in this office. And believe me, as for sitting in the office, that is definitely on my near future list of finally getting to the animation controllers. How you doing, Rusty? He who T-poses over us. You know what we can do now? Hotkey. Is it hotkey? Oh, this one? There we go. Whoa, that camera went way up high. We can like go way over here. And we're actually zoomed out instead of being fisheyed. Oh, that's a new experience, except that camera is way too up in the air. Why is that camera so high? Camera, why are you like way up here? Why are you way up here? It makes me look really tiny. Makes me look really tiny. I could fix it temporarily. Where are we? Let's fix it temporarily. I want to sit down and have a sit down. Zoom. You, camera. No? Oh no. That camera's just way the heck up in the air. It still has colliders, doesn't it? Okay. So let's destroy that camera. Bam. And let's put it not way up in the air. Also, it would probably help if we weren't in such a small building. Where are we now? There we go. Now we're in the office proper. Let's put the camera right here. No, that camera is just really high up in the air. Just really high up in the air for some reason. It's a ceiling camera. Security camera. There we go. A security camera. Boy, I don't have any of my controls with it. Oh, that's interesting. That might take some getting used to. But yes, we're using our lovely ceiling cat cam. It really is. Must have set something improperly with it, that it spawns way up there above my head. Ideally, it'd be doing the VR chat thing where I could come up to it and I could, move it around and then place it. I do want to rework my bees, yes. I do want to rework my grabbing system. My grabbing system. Here, wait. This camera interferes too. Hi. Oh, wow. So I can actually do this with my tracking. I can be like, hello, how are you doing up here, fine sir? Looking through the security camera. I am very surprised that the face tracking catches this. Because my iPhone is like way down here. And the leap, well, it's perfect view for the leap because I'm right above the motion here, the leap motion. And we have just enough body tracking that I can shimmy around like this. And this was one of my favorite discoveries, right up there with hand tracking, I think. Just this little bit of shimmying. Okay, that's enough of this camera. It's kind of annoying. There we go. Here we go. There. This is a little better. Hi. So I don't think I messed anything up. I don't think I messed anything up when I was playing around in Unity earlier. I mean, I messed some stuff up, but then I unmessed it up in here. But also, I loaded up ye old Unity 2019 because I needed to do some stuff to my VRM file because I'm using a Vroid compatible model. So theoretically, I could toss this guy right into VR chat. I mean, I'd want to take the updated version, not the one with the still has the janky. Come on, where is it? It only comes out every now and then. This is an older model, one without some of the new bells and whistles, and we've been using it for like a year like this without the newer bells and whistles. Where is it? Well, anyways, when I turn a certain way, there is one vertex that's weight painted from somewhere here in my neck to my thumb for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Oh no, hand tracking not gonna do it. I'm pointing out a minuscule flaw. There it is. There it is. There it is, right there. Which is fixed in the new version. It is definitely fixed in the new version. The factory. How is the lighting? The lighting's a little dim. Let's fix that a little bit. So it's funny, as I've been going through the old VODs and uploading them to the VOD channel, I haven't been able to do that in like the last week or two, because last week work was just super busy, way too much at the factory. We'll call it the factory. Way too much going on for anything outside of stream. That's why we had two void days, 2 Voices of the Void streams, which tonight we're gonna be doing some dev stuff. Wednesday, voices. Friday, kind of up in the air. We'll have to see. But yeah, tonight, a little bit of modeling, and a little bit of work in here. I do want to do some thematic stuff for spooky month. And my toddler is being very restless above my head here. But yes. Yeah, that's also why I'm late to stream. And why the last hour before stream here was oof. No, the rest of the day was fine. You know, since I'm going to be in old Unity anyways, or Maya even, I'm going to export that mug. I need a mug. I need the mug. Oh. What the what? Why did that go to camera? Why? What? Colliders. I'm having collider issues. Oh, wow. This, the first person camera is, or I mean, the third person camera is being super fussy lately with colliding into objects. It was colliding into the game controller. Like it was clipping funny. Ooh, you're also modeling right now. Nice. Let's see. Sometime this spring or summer, there was a big blender sale. A sale on blenders. I picked up a Ninja and a Hamilton Beach. But I picked up some very useful things. Are we still getting that stupid lag? We are still getting the lag. What is going on? I don't think it's gonna go away. Something is interfering with my stuff. And that is aggravating. Let's go over here for a moment. There we go. Let's go to the TED Talk area. Yeah, something's just interfering just enough with my tracking. It'd be sad if my iPhone was trying to update in that first little bit of stream, and that's why it's been doing that the last couple streams. Unknown. But let's see. Where was I going with this? We're gonna have fun stuff coming up. Oh yeah. I was working on the robot too. Had a little bit of time this weekend. Assembling pieces of the robot. And hopefully tomorrow I can do some off-screen and off-stream testing on said robot. The way you said lag, I was about to ask if you were Midwest, but we were already talking about Wisconsin last time. I am indeed Midwest. My accent isn't super Midwest. You know, we're not a Brainerd or, you know, Yoopers, but, you know, yeah. Oh gosh, don't you know? Oh geez, I tell you. No, for the longest time, people could not place my accent because I was determined to have more of the city accent instead of the rural accent that I grew up with. Yeah, so when I went off to the big city for college, I ditched the accent. Well, no, before that I kind of ditched the accent. Oh, do we want red room for the surprise, or do we want pillars? I mean, the red room has this nice lighting, but the pillars has the pillars. And not quite as red. Well, let's do red room. Nope, and I flashed right through it. I should just use a drop down instead of keyboard smashing. So, I might have been working on something as kind of a test. Nope, nope. Nope, flashlight's still on. No. We good? We good? Safe? Okay. I should also have something that says on the bottom of the screen what exactly is equipped. That might help me out. No. Getting warmer. Ooh. These are stand-ins, but I kind of like them. I mean, right now I'm just wearing trees on my head, but... But you know what's even better? I finally re-equipped this blend shape on the base model. Yes. Oh, that looks so good. A little bit of chromatic aberration there. Tasty. So one of the cool things, or one of the many cool things I want to do with this idea, mostly just for this month, is I want to make them more like antennas. So like antenna trees, and put some special effects up there. Because I'm in Unity. Why not do fun game special effects type stuff? I'm not constrained by just being a cutout in front of the game I'm playing. I can be in the game with all the bells and whistles. Now, to be fair, current 3D programs like Vignan and Wardo can do all sorts of fun stuff, but I haven't played with those. So we're still using VC Face for the tracking, but that's all sending that over here. Yes. This is a good color combo, isn't it? Let's see what it looks like in the factory. Let's see, here we're a little washed out. We do have to perfect the lighting over here. No, sir. And also, it's supposed to, my tie should be blue right now. Because it's supposed to swap these colors. I must have this as a different color. I'd say I'd fix it, but I'm not going to fix it because I have to bring in a whole different model anyways. One with a little bit more expressive expressions. But I'm glad I did hook up this one again. It's a convoluted process. Not adding, tree branches to my head. That's not very convoluted. But what is convoluted is how everything talks to each other. Yes, Malform. I forgot to ask, what are you modeling? What are you working on? Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, I was gonna bring something else in here. Let's load up Ye Old. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, geez. Here we go. Ye Old Unity. Oh no, get it, get there. So old, I don't even have it properly sized for this monitor. All right, let's see how the meat is made. Ta-da! This guy. There he is. Here he is, Rusty the VTuber. Some more accessories for your ghost. Ooh, cool, cool. Okay, ooh, we are version 0.14K, and I just realized I disappeared from the screen when I did all that. We can load 2 unities at once. I had 3 unities going while using OBS. Hey, it kept the blend shape while also using OBS, and it did not crash out. There we go. Let's just fix the camera right there. Have that one going. Hey, look, it's us, but a more current version. How does that work? How does that work? It's like, here's me, but future me. But future me is controlling past me. I'm not a philosophizer, but let's move spout put over a little bit. There we go. Now you can see what they would look like side by side. So the me on the left, the paler version, the more washed out version, is this guy up here. Uncanny. Now the eyes are going to be a little bit different. And I just got to bring in this guy into Unity. I was going to add some more stuff. I was going to add some more bells and whistles, but I kind of just wanted to get him updated because, you know, I made a bunch of little changes, little fixes, kind of like some of the weight painting. For one thing, to get rid of the weird vertex, but also change some blend shapes around. So the eyes, a little bit more reactive now. And it's just a little thing. Oh, and the eyebrows are fixed. Well, mostly fixed. I still can't do the Spock thing where I, raise one eyebrow, well, arms, where I like raise one eyebrow and have the other eyebrow down. I mean, I can do it in real life, but I cannot get the right combination of blend shapes. It's just a little obnoxious. This model also has the, I don't want to say failed, but I'm not happy with it. Let's, nope. Is that not the right, Alt Shift F8. Huh. Oh, whoops. I disabled the blend shape when I was doing this exporting. Or I disabled the ability for the blend shape to even show up. Well, I guess I won't be showing that one off. But it was the full-on mouth tracking. All the blend shapes. All of them. And I was not happy about how it turned out. Or not happy with how it turned out. We can still do this. Load up previous version. Are we here now? So we're using the full, there's like 22 different blend shapes here at the mouth. And it was just requiring so much work. I mean, this is just for testing purposes, but it just required so much work to get even this far. And I'm not quite happy with how I have it. If I had a more humanoid face, I think I would be more happy with it. But I was trying to keep it slightly rectangular. And this, like I said, this is just for testing. I would have a different shaped mouth on here. A slightly different mouth texture. I can do the fun stuff like side to side. You know, pop, 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 talking. It tracks very well for talking. It just looks not how I wanted it as much. At least I can smirk. Hey. But, yeah, not super happy with that. But in other news, let's get that other avatar loaded. Get him back over here. Shrunken down. And before we load in more blendy shapes. Where are our blendy shapes? Here we go. New mouth. That's what it was. It was new mouth. We did orange. What was the other one we were looking for? Dark mode. Don't know if we need dark mode anymore. Let's go back to a much older model. Let's say I have A. Dark mode was fun though. So basically when I play games like Dome Keeper or Dungeon of the Endless, where a lot of it is just like your character's running around underground, the edges of the screen are all dark and everything. I wanted essentially a lights out. You can't really do that in VC Face. So instead I had a toggle to basically, what did it do? Let's just look it up. Dark mode. Yeah, it literally set all my it muted all my colors basically. Yep, it put me to grayscale, except for the eyes, because I wanted the eyes to glow. So I put all the other colors, whatever this Lambert is, these two texture atlases, because I used one for the base skin and one for the head. A Lambert and a gray. Not sure what those are. Then the tie, it muted the tie color. They went to a dark mode. So it wouldn't be as obtrusive. But now I can do other fun things with that. I can just turn off the lights. So it's there. Dark mode. Except it's, you know, lighting accurate. Now if we want to focus some lighting on ourselves, I do have my fun little light meter here. There. Which is controlled by my motion capture. So dim light, bright light, dim light, bright light. And then when I want to set it, well, I'm using my hands for motion capture, so I don't want to like, or for you know, setting the brightness here. So I don't want to tap down on my keyboard and, you know, mess up the hand tracking. So I have it set to pinchy. There, when I pinch these two fingers together, it's like clicking OK. What I should really do is dive into the, oops, not perfect. What I should do is I should go into the Leap Motion SDK and do it the right way, because they actually have a function for testing if the fingers are pinched or not, or grasp. Like you can do like hand grasp or, you know, fingers and more fun stuff. But if that's going away anyways, if that's going away anyways, okay, we're gonna leave this guy here, and we are going to see what we can do about this. You know that it still looks kind of cool in the without all the bloom and chromatic aberration and everything. It still looks all right. See what it looks like orange. I don't know, blue or orange? Oh no. Blue or orange? I'm liking both. Oh, but you see in the VC face model on the leftmost. See how the tie color swaps? So I must have renamed this texture, replaced this material at some point. Not a texture, it's material. Because that's supposed to swap too. Let's leave them like this. This is fun. Okay. Let's see. Reset the transform. So it's in the right spot. Okay. Hide him. Minimize you. We'll worry about you later when we actually bring stuff in here. What else we got? Donut. I do miss cat. Cat was fun. Little cat ears, cat eyes. You can see the preview over here. Look at that. Look at those cat ears. What was another fun one? Oh, the farmer toggle. Yes, I am not using all the different outfits anymore. Mug. Very important. Very important. I don't think I exported the mug on this model. Why didn't I? But no, it's good to use, it's good that I saved multiple versions, even if they have poor naming strategy. But it's good to save all the versions of the different, here we go, let's move Maya over here. Good to save all the versions of the different projects so that I can reference them. I can turn back time, reference the old stuff. The old stuff. Yeah, otherwise I would have been like, how exactly did I do the texture swaps and stuff? I mean, I know how I could do it. It's super easy to set up a blend shape for that. But how did I do that particular one? Yes. But I've been meaning to do the oranger. It's I literally have it called oranger. I've been meaning to do this one for a long time. Long time. Get it all put back together. Okay, where were we? Yapping. We were doing a lot of yapping. Okay. So one of the things I kind of wanted to mimic was, instead of just toggling the horns or antlers, we'll call them antlers for now. Branches. Instead of just toggling them on and off, or merely scaling them up and down, I wanted them to grow, to like kind of spring out, maybe twist a little bit and sprout branches. Although my original intent was the antennalope. And if I play this on stream, I will probably get a copyright thing, even though that just seems to be my luck. I can play like 2 minutes of a muted video and I get dinged, or at least a warning. I should say a warning, not dinged. But yes, let me just pull this up for fun. Do 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 do. Where are you? It's like I have to go. It's funny. I use Discord as a file sharing thing for myself instead of trying to. It's like I just posted this in Discord. Now I don't have to go find it on my computer wherever it is because I know I just posted it in Discord. Okay. Okay, there we go. Rusty off topic. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. Where's this gonna pop up? No, I don't want ads. Thank you very much. We are definitely going to incognito window that. Then do that. I'll spare you the ads. I'll spare you the ads. This is gonna be a chill stream tonight because it's been a good day, but it's still been a day. Okay. No. You know, I wonder if I could play this without Nope, I'm just gonna do this. We don't want to see whatever that is. Okay. The antennalope. The antennalope. If you want to see it for yourself with full audio, head on over to the Discord. And bam. This is an old commercial. Actually, here we go.
The antennalope live as they always have. Man's unwitting accomplice in making coast-to-coast walkie-talkies possible. Bred to instantly relay radio signals as they frolic, graze, and even mate across the vast reaches of America.
No, that's not how we did it. Introducing Nextel.
There. We'll give them a little bit of free advertising because they did come up with it. Assuming Nextel is still around. Now this super grainy video, I didn't even, there we go. That's a good pause spot. I didn't even care to go find a higher res video. It's like, you know what? It's the memories of the antennalope. This has got to be, well, this was posted 18 years ago on the YouTube. YouTube was around 18 years ago. Dang, yeah, it was. When was the commercial? I don't think they even say. One of 3 commercials produced by Nextel upon launch of their nationwide direct-to-connection service. Oh, you know what this was? This was for the walkie-talkie thing on the phones. I worked retail around this time, and it was the most obnoxious thing. I mean, it was obnoxious to begin with, because you'd be sitting there in a restaurant or something, and somebody going beep boop, you know, and they talking loudly to their phone that they were using as a walkie-talkie because it didn't use minutes. It didn't use any minutes. But yeah, I worked retail and people are always yapping in the store on these stupid things. Back then we wanted to look up cell phone jammers. I'm assuming it'd still work for this, unless there's too many antennalope nearby. Then it might not work. But yeah, look at them guys. Look at them antennalope. That must have been some good, I would assume rotoscoping. Look at them. Aren't they adorable? The antennalope. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna go with. So 1 part antennalope and 1 part spooky demon. Yeah. Just for the season. I mean, I'll leave the toggle in there because why not? But yeah, for unfriendly mode Rusty. I mean, I'm not the unfriendly mode is like a misnomer. You know, evil Rusty maybe, but it's not like I get you know, salty at trolls or we really don't get too many. I mean, we'll get a spammer that Sari bottle catch, but we don't really get yeah, we don't really get a whole lot of unsavories, you know, undesirables or something. I don't know. Usually it's pretty chill. Usually pretty chill. And I kind of just think I'm a laid back streamer overall. Part of that is definitely because of when I stream for myself. It is the end of my day and usually after a long work day. Today wasn't too bad though. Reminds me, I'll have to check my email after stream. Make sure nothing's broken, so I don't have to do it first thing in the morning. Well, so I know what I'm walking into first thing in the morning. Yes. Oh, what is that? That is an awesome emote. The exploding into nothingness. Yeah, so if I knew more about like shader graph or some of the other cool features, then I could definitely do something with them growing procedurally. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way for now. Although, why don't we take a look at the effects real quick? Why don't we take a look at some of the effects real quick? Though the effects won't carry over into Spout, yeah, because it could definitely. Really, you guys aren't going to. Man, it's a shame when the effects don't. They don't actually populate. They don't populate here in Unity. I think even if I zoom in, they won't. Nope, they won't. Ah. I'll have to go on the... Ooh, Sparkle. See, yeah, they don't show up here or anything. I could try some for fun. Sparkles. Sparkles. Okay, I'm really tempted to do sparkles, but... I should really be using more of these. But no, the special effects, at least in Unity, that's like 3 down on my list of things to do. First one, animation. Second, shader graph, and I guess that ties into some of the effects because you can do some amazing things with the shader graph too. Okay, let's zoom over to me. Where am I? Where am I? I look like Big Rusty, but I am definitely not Big Rusty right there. We want Sparkle Trail. Sparks. I know what Sparks looks like. Star Stunned. Oh, this one's gonna be funny. Is gonna be little birds flying around our head probably. Yep. Wait, why do I have a smoke too? Why do I have smoke coming out of my head? See, the sad thing is a lot of the special effects will not carry through with Spout. Just because the way I have the transparency set up and capturing. But they'll show up in here. Okay, that sounds kind of funny. I did a whole... Did I do a whole... Oh no, there's 2 separate ones. Okay, that was interesting. But yeah, we can do all sorts of fun stuff. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be adding these live, but they are fun to play with. They are so much fun to play with. Procedural antlers. Yeah, I know there's stuff you can do with like the shader graph, or in Unreal there's tons of stuff you can do with that too. But I don't know anything about those. What I do know, well, where I start with this is gonna be me yapping as I'm trying to buy time. Mandelbrot sets. Mandelbrot set. I too had I think it was a shareware. It was like off a shareware disc or probably a CD that could do a Mandelbrot generator, and it would do the cool trees. That'd be good. I want to look at that. Let me add that to the welcome in, Dead Sun. Welcome. Look at, we has horns. Gosh, and you think about how easy some of those visualizers and special effects would be done now. It'd be ridiculously easy when it took a ton of horsepower on ye old DOS computer. On ye old DOS computer. Let me tab over to Unity. Hey, dead son. We has antlers. These are stand-ins I was playing with earlier today. Oh, we can also. Now I finally added the toggle back in where I can switch my colors around. And it looks really good in the red room. There we go. There we go. Hello. Ooh, hey, we get spooky spooky shadows here too. Yes. No, I'm gonna make a antenna horns. I was debating how I wanted to go about it, but I think antenna horns is gonna be the way. I was thinking it's like, do I want more like moth antenna look, like coming out of the front more, or yeah, coming out the front? Do I want antlers? I don't want to make it too much like the Has-Been Hotel, the Radio Demon, even though it's super cool how they did that. But I want to kind of like twisting, you know, like instead of just hitting the blend shape button or whatever and it scales up to full size, it like kind of grows and twists a little bit. I mean, I could do that either in Maya or Unity. I think I'm going to go with Maya and export the animation with the model to Unity. Oh yeah, Malform, I saw that in the Discord. That is sweet. The rat soup. What is that? Oh no, I've got a legacy issue right here. I don't know if you guys can see the square, if it's showing up. That is... There it is. I guess I didn't save after I fixed that. I had to say I didn't fix that. That's supposed to be way over in the TV area. There it is. There he is. In the TV area. It's cutting. It's sitting on a layer on top of all others and is therefore cutting in front of everything. I mean, it's kind of a neat effect though, but completely unintentional. Okay. This is neat for a tunnel error or tunnel effect. Instead of being the tunnel where they're all like, you know, the mirror tunnel, it's offset. I don't think I've seen an offset tunnel before. Huh. That's intriguing to me. That's intriguing. Okay, but we want to get rid of that. I think I turned it off. There we go. Okay. Spout. Fun with spout. There we go. Whoa, and now I'm scrolling chat. Oops. Scrolling chat and missing out on what folks are saying. Write a thing to have them grow and branch. I know I could. I know I definitely could in Unity. For now, I'm going to do it manually. I was looking to see as a shortcut how Paint Effects does it. And of course, I grabbed one of the few things in Paint Effects, you know, old school. One of the few things in Paint Effects that doesn't have an animation on it. How funny is that? But man, I miss Paint Effects. It was so much fun to play with. Yeah, so here's kind of what I was starting off with. I was just playing with. It's like, you know, I remember this thing that I used to be able to do. What can we do with it again? Let's grab a different brush though. Get brush. Where is get brush? Paint scripts. Welcome in, Digislaughter. Welcome in. We are bouncing back and forth between old school Maya effects and Unity. I'm making trees. Making trees, brainstorming how I would have done it way back when, about a good 20 plus years ago. I wanted to remember how I would animate branches swaying in the breeze and stuff, and then export that over to Unity. So if you have not been here before, ta-da! We are also in Unity right now. So welcome in. Well, Unity, blast me. Oh no, are we not a Unity person? Oh, okay, hold on. We can go back. Or we can we can not scare people, and we can use VC face. We can also use the VC face. Here, let's get out of broadcast mode. Hi, I am a friendly VC face 3D VTuber here. Oh, we have some Unreal users. Okay. Well, there. We've been sanitized. Oh, look, we'll even go friendly. There we go. Show them the Bobot. Oh, okay. We have a stand-in. Hey, I was working, dead son. I was working on the robot today. Oh, and my chat window's messed up, but that's okay. I was working on the robot today, fixing him up a bit. And, well, this is the stand-in. Let's play the trailer. I still need to make a trailer that is just the robot.
Testing. Wow.
I still need to make a trailer that is just the robot so we can show off the robot. So maybe after I fix him up, maybe after I fix up the robot, who should be showing up
We're doing fine. There's
soon. But yes, I have an IRL robot that is controlled by VTubing software. So the facial tracking and everything sent over through
This is
Unity. Here he is. Here's my boy.
Because hell yeah.
So when he's working,
just fine.
he joins me on stream here. And yeah. And he's fun. But he hasn't been working too well lately. So he's under repairs. I just fixed up his neck. So he should be joining us soon. If I give you a date,
It's okay.
I'm gonna miss it.
Don't worry.
Let's bring back the other avatar though. But yes, a little tour. Where are we? I have too many Unities open. Oh, we're working on a fun little holiday spirit. We're gonna be in the holiday spirit. Here, let's go on over to the factory. Ta-da! Welcome to the Rusty Robot Factory. I'm gonna get rid of the horns for a bit. There we go. Antlers. But yes, welcome in. Zombies ate my VTubers. They did. Do I have that? You can watch on the green version of the trailer behind me. Where is it? This side? Right here. But yes, catching up. But yes, we are in the Unities. Deadson Prime though in chat here, he is Unreal VTuber, along with one of our other friends, Fruitsy Collins, and many others in our Discord. How did you find out about me, dear Raiders? How did you find out? Let's push that Discord. In Unreal. Copy. Paste. Digi-rated us. Probably from that fish. Okay, let's see. Discord. There. Ta-da! But yes. Maybe for the udon or code. Oh, okay. But yes. Catching up on chat. Did you model your VTuber? Mostly. So funny thing about I'm learning Unity and scripting and all that fun stuff. So I am scrolling my chat window right now, but I did not lock the camera in Unity. So I'm also scrolling Unity. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. Hello. Let's pop that open. We're gonna hit you a follow there too. Yes. So the robot came first. The IRL robot came first. And then I was thinking when I first started streaming, January of 24, I was thinking, it's like, you know what? We're already using Unity to send the motion capture data over to the robot through some plugins and stuff to the Arduino board in his noggin, which we can show you. Hold on. Let's go on an adventure, folks. Let's walk into some walls. Where's some walls here? Take you through the factory that's been newly integrated. Let's see. Go outside, because I didn't put a teleport pad yet. Anyways, so the robot came first, and I was like, you know what? What if the robot malfunctions? You know, what if he's not up to streaming? Then what are we gonna do? Well, I'm already in Unity. VTubers, 3D VTubers are made in Unity, and most 2D VTubers too. Funny enough, they're made in Unity. So why don't I just make myself a VTuber? And here we are. We're a VTuber. So some of my first streams were modeling this VTuber here. We are using, here's the inside of the robot's head. Work in progress. So here we have an Arduino Mega. Come on, hand tracking. Here we have an Arduino Mega. We have some servos. I need to finish the cabling job. There's a rat's nest of cabling to move all these little servos to control the head back and forth, the nodding, the eyes. Do I have the eye hooked up? Oh gosh, I do not have the eye hooked up. I must have made some pieces invisible over here. Yes, well, I kind of build stuff on a whim here in this project, in the Rusty Robot project. But here we go. Oh, dead sun. 60K servos? No, we have 13K servo. This one over here would be a 25. This one, come on, hand tracking. This one right here would be a 25K servo. So that's a little bit beefier. But what are the little ones? These are like 9s. The ones that are controlling things like the blink and the eyebrows. Those are 9s. I do need to, budget permitting, I do need to upgrade some of the servos. But yes, no, we're running our Arduino Mega and using some gears to move the robot around. And let's see. Oh, here's the old neck. Oh, and a material error. A lovely Pepto-Bismol pink, if you're familiar with Unity, material error. But this is Rusty's neck, and dang, I need to change the shadow quality on this spotlight here. That is some high quality. Some high quality pixels behind me here. But this was Rusty's neck. We most recently, you love that shadow. I mean, it's kind of cool and pixely. One thing about it though is it shows through my model. See? So I do wonder if I have some bad geometry in here somewhere. Yeah. Call up Sam Owens and yeah, funding. No, I do want this project to be kind of self-sustaining someday. Which would be nice, of course, but in the meantime, we're using hobby grade stuff. Yeah. We're using hobby grade stuff. I mean, I'm using an Arduino. It's not ideal. I should upgrade to like a ESP or ESP32 or I don't know. Probably those two. Oh, dead son. Thank you. Funding. But yeah, no, this whole project is a work in progress and kind of a what do I want to do with it, you know? And I keep splitting my attention multiple ways. But it is what it is. So we do a little bit of 3D modeling, some Unity stuff. This was all made in, this was a combination of CAD and then in Maya, and then brought into Unity. So like I said, the robot came first, and then I literally 3D traced the robot's CAD file to make the VTuber. Except for this lovely suit. This lovely suit is a low polygon asset from Cinti Studios that I do love using their stuff. Most of this factory is in fact from them too. It's cool as hell though. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I'd stream in art tonight for funsies because I was going to do more 3D modeling than coding or deving. But yeah, no, it's just a fun project. It's building up a whole little universe. Someday the goal is to do like a Telltale Adventure style thing. All right, where are we? Are we here? Okay. And one of the other things I wanted to do with Unity was replace VC Face, which I think is deprecated now. I don't think they're up deprecated, abandoned. Permanent hiatus, unfortunately. Let me change the lighting. There, a little bit more lighting. Because, and I don't want to switch over to like Vignon or Warado or one of the newer options because I'm building it all here. So, you know, the guy in the corner is being streamed from my application that I was just running around in. So, you know, see, we can run around and still have beautiful green screen capture without the green screen part. And this hasn't occurred to me recently, but instead of moving the source around in OBS, why don't I just walk to the other side of the platform? Look, now I'm streaming on, well, hide this guy. There, now I'm streaming on this side with proper perspective and everything of being on this side. Now I'm on this side of the screen. It's the little things. It's the little things we keep forgetting we can do. But yes, I do model in Maya. My version of Maya is ancient because that is the last time I gave Autodesk money. And also the last time I was making money with Maya was a long time ago. Should we go horns? Let's do the horns. I'm having fun with my new toy. But do we do blue horns or do we do orange horns? Yeah, so the last time, this is Maya 2016. This is a perpetual license of Maya 2016. I used to do freelancing, freelance art design, websitesy stuff, but also architectural visualization. Now, I didn't use Maya as much for that as some other software like Max and Vue. I should bust out Vue. That's got to render in like 2 seconds now. That'd be crazy. Vue was a landscaping software, and they took forever to render. 15 years ago. Now you just load up the floor plan in Unreal and it works amazing. Yeah. Orange is the power move. Ebot has a floating cube with the webcam footage on it all over the screen. That's cool. Like one of the things in the office setting is I have also I'm working on there. You know what? Let's just pop right over there. Why talk about what we could be doing and just do it? The rule is show don't tell, right? Okay. Oh, why am I'm never going to get in front of that screen. I'm never going to get in front of that screen because I put it on the wrong layer. Let's see, where's that? Is that the green screen area? I think it's still considered the green screen area. No? Platforms? Canvas, platforms, TV. Is it this one? No post. Okay, let's change it to default. There. Now we can walk in front of it. Okay. So we're now showing the screen. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was just saying, I think before you guys showed up that I did an interesting tunneling effect where instead of being the infinite mirror, it was it was offset because I was looking at the back side of the cube. I could probably still do that. Can I still do that? There we go. Wait, there's a music video like this. Me, me, me. Oh, geez, I don't want to do the me, me, me. The me, me, me meme. Okay, that's... How about we do Seven Nation Army instead? Just the whole screen, the whole stream. Yeah, the infinite mirror. You don't get what it's doing. Ooh. So, what this is doing is I am in a very, in true Rusty fashion, what we are doing is we are capturing our Unity screen in OBS. So, here we are. So this is Unity, and I'm running it in play mode. Literally, I hit the play buttons just off screen here. So what we're looking at is there. So what we're looking at is right here, a square, a rectangle that is receiving a video feed from OBS. So this is the stream right here. This quad is, two triangles. This quad is receiving the stream feed from OBS and putting it back into Unity. So I'm using Spout to both send stuff out, like when I'm in front of the other camera and I'm in the corner of the screen, but also there. But also I'm taking it back in. This used to crash on me all the time until I tweaked the hell out of it. Because I can also, I think I disabled that key. Did I just? Nope, there you are. I did not disable that key. It used to crash all the time though. Here's chat. You're not in focus though. That's what I get for having fun post-processing shenanigans. But what this is getting a tunnel effect because we are showing OBS is screen capturing my Unity feed, and then we're putting it back in. So it's like holding two mirrors up to each other. So we get the cool tunneling effect. Hacks? Not really hacks. It's you're pointing two cameras at each other. Wait, no. You're pointing to two sets of cameras and two sets of cameras and two sets of screens. A camera pointing at a mirror? Digital. We're digital now. Putting a camera, feed a camera, pointing the camera at the screen. Yes. Oh yeah, it is just pointing the camera at the screen. It's not quite as... Yeah. And this is just the backside. This is so now we're on opposite sides. We can there we go. Fun. Allegedly I can move this screen around too, unless I broke that. Nope, there it goes. I mean, I did break it, but I'm also thinking with portals. Exactly. Pointing a camera at the screen. It's not two cameras, two screens. See, this is what happens when Rusty tries dabbing late at night. It doesn't work quite right. Also, I finally drifted. My tracking finally drifted just a little bit, or my shirt's askew. There. One of those two things. Now we're getting a really interesting tunnel effect here. Malform, were you talking about Mandelbrot sets earlier? I think, okay, we can make some really cool 70s music videos here. I should get a, oh, what did they call that lens filter? The prism filter. Prism, not prison, prism. Mandible. You know, I was gonna work on Maya stuff. I'm just having fun dinking around. Oh, Mandel Bratwurst. Ooh. You know, I'm gonna have to tag that part of the. Come on, tag. I'll just remember where this is. Make me a clip out of that later. Okay, kaleidoscope. Yes. Kaleidoscope, yes. Also that. But there was a specific filter how they used to, by filter I mean physical lens filter they put on in front of the camera lens to do this kind of kaleidoscope effect. And I have one. It's, yeah, it looks like a kaleidoscope. It looks like a gem. If you blow up a big old rhinestone kind of gem, that's what it looks like. But yeah, one of my other way too many hobbies is collecting vintage camera gear so I can play with it on modern camera. Studio lights. What's the other button? Reset position. Theoretically, hey, it worked until it reset the position of the screen until I bumped into it. So now we have the Superman floating prison in space effect, which, you know, kind of dig it. Kind of dig it. Let's give it a little kick. This is, oh, by the way, this is the start of my interactive VTubing environment. Instead of just being the guy in front of the overlay, we are within the overlay somehow. There. Let's toss that this way. Reindeer, excuse me. These are trees. Reindeer ripoff. Oh, rip. Yes. Rusty, the red nose ring. No. But really though, blue or orange? I think the orange goes really well in the red room. It's just a little bit more menacing. A little less reindeer. A little better. Rusty the robot reindeer. And I did do a little simple trick. I rotated the trees that are making up my antlers. So they are in fact the same dead tree asset. Fitting that a robot would have a mantle of dead trees. You know, technology and all. Okay. You. Office. No. There we go. Now we're back. Lock the camera. So most of my typing keyboard, I don't know if the microphone up here, I don't know if that picks it up, but most of my keyboard is hotkeys. And I do not remember what all of them do. Some of them are very standard, like F is for flashlight, which does help out in the Dark Factory because I didn't add lighting sliders to it yet. Changing the headgear. What does O do? What does this one do? Oh, there we go. Okay. This one? Oh, that was a late. Okay, that's funny. Come on, hand tracking. Come on, too close. Usually this is a blue beam, but because I swapped blue and orange. Okay, anyways. Yes, so paint effects. Paint effects. There. I do want to try eventually learning more about shader graph. That's what Unity thing. Shader graph, so I can do cool special effects and stuff. Much like in Maya, you'd be using the hypergraph or node-based stuff. Because right now my textures and whatnot are super simple. I'm using a flat color texture atlas for this stuff. And then to swap these colors as a VTuber, they're literally just other materials on my my VRM file. We are old school VTuber. Or I should say standardized? Standardized. Despite me not being a cute anime character, I'm a standardized VTuber. Now, not used this enough in such a long time. Where the heck is my Get brush? Get brush. Paint. Dead Sun, where's Get brush? Seriously. Maya, paint, FX, Get brush. Where? The Maya paint effects brush, Get brush on the shelf. Or in the generate menu. Why is it in generate? What's it doing way over it? There it is. Make paintable Get brush. Oh, I suppose I could have loaded up the visor. I guess that would have worked too. All right. Man, look at all this stuff no one uses anymore. The ancient. Ooh. Ooh. Wonder how terrible these look now. Ugh. I wonder how terrible some of these effects look now. I mean, they looked okay like 20 years ago. No, that's a tree. Give me this one. Nope, that's still a tree. Okay, anyways, paint effects. So, paint effects trees. Trees mesh. I actually used the paint effect trees a long time ago. So long ago, I was using Mental Ray as the renderer. May it rest in peace. Yes, I do not have Arnold on here. I'm just that far behind, which is why I do, as much as I love Maya, and I don't use it that much anymore. I am going to be switching to Blender at some point, just because I'm not ponying up. How much is Maya per year? I mean, it'd be worth it. It would absolutely be worth the subscription if I was using it on the daily. In the industry, in my case, probably doing freelancing. Redwood. What's Redwood look like? Ooh, that's more like what I was talking about. Except it's sideways. Why on earth is... Because it's dead. It's laying on its side. Okay, that makes sense. Alien tree. Birch, dead. Birch, medium. Here we go. Tree, bear, old. Let's do this one. Oh, that's a whole bunch of dead trees. Ugh. See, some of these brushes, terrible. But they are starting points. Where I was going initially here was, you see this, it's... Now imagine this in the early 2000s. A tree blowing in the breeze. This one, of course, doesn't blow in the breeze. Does it? No, of course not. But imagine a tree blowing in the breeze in a... Come on, there. In a simple project, and it would be amazing. Unless you're a big studio, then it's so-so. Yeah, now this has been obviously replaced by we can just get trees right in the game engine. They look gorgeous, ever since Skyrim and, before Skyrim and stuff too. That was really the turning point in my opinion. Rambling aside, I was trying to find an example here of a tree animating, just blowing in the breeze. And I was going to see if I could just steal that. Maybe downsize the polygons a little bit. There's not too many here. And then export the animation. Easy peasy. Nah, I would actually be better off doing that all in Unity. But we were going to play with this like this. So after many tangents, as we do here, we are going to simply load up. We're going to simply load up our VTuber and start modeling. This one. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to do any funny stuff with me here. Being like, oh hey, username, how are you usernaming? Which model was this, and why do I not have nice textures? There we go. This was me working on the AR kit stuff. And it didn't work out. It did not look great. Why do I not have all of the AR kit stuff? AR, here we go, mouth shapes. Oh gosh, yes. Y'all want to know why fully rigged VTuber models are so dang expensive? Welcome to mouth blend shapes. This was me trying to simplify, experimenting with simplifying full facial animation to a robot. Make it more of a card, animating on a card, so it's flat. Except for this one. This one. What is this one? Cheek puff. Cheek puff would actually poof out a little bit. But, we've got it all. We've got frowns, mouth press left. There are so many. There's, was it 52 flavors, 52 total blend shapes? And we've got stuff like smirking or mouth press right, frowning, Yeah, I mean, look at all that. Look at all of them. Here we go. Smile right. Smile left. Yeah, so all these blend shapes, mouth closed, mouth open. It turned out okay, but not quite how I wanted to go with it. Honestly, I could make it look a little bit better. I'd probably be happy with it if I would just fill in the opening. Oh, this is all of the mouth blend shapes laid out. There's 20 some of them. And this for AR kit, so the iPhone stuff. I am currently only using a fraction of these. I could go right up here and tell you. Mouth. I am using open or close, thin, so like that, left and right, and cheek puff. So if we zoom in, so I actually have my mouth open and closed are switched. So you see the disk drive more often. So you go, And that's about all I use. That's about all I use here. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to. I was experimenting with not not changing the shape of the mouth itself. But I don't think that worked super well. For making it seem like I'm talking. And in general, I talk with my hands a lot anyways. So I think, you know, for the behind the scenes puppeteering part of the VTuber, I'm just a little bit more animated. And your brain kind of fills in the gaps of, you know, there's not a mouth moving as much. At least that's the way I see it. You know, the little marionette on the stream here going do 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 do. No, if I do a humanoid model, which I am very tempted to do, that'd really get me back into 3D modeling. Then I would pay way more attention to that. But that is much far down on my to-do list. Yeah. No, it was nice and fluid and everything for how the mouth moved, but just not quite what I was going for. I can load up my test model even. That spout back on, height spout put, make big. It's hard to see because it's a transparent background, but you know, it does track very well because, you know, iPhone. Yeah, it's just very hard to see with how I hello, my name is Rusty, how are you? Smirk, frown. Yeah. Kind of funny. I put on, just put it in the back of my hand, blah 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 blah. Shenanigans. That's really what this is about. All right. Reload the other guy. The other guy that I updated this today. I updated today specifically for the reason so I can get this orange to blue toggle back because I missed it. Okay. But we're gonna use my head as a base. Or save a new file. Save scene. Hey, let's increment this guy. Rusty 15. Rusty 15. Mm-hmm. Horns should be. Should horns be cubes? Horns should be cubes. And I have a fun old error. Annoying old error. They should probably be cylinders. They should be cylinders. I have a fun annoying error in my ancient version of Maya. And this error, let's see, well, I have a couple of them. I assume they've been patched out in the last decade, literal decade. One of them is when I place one of these primitives from my toolbar, when I place that with the interactive placement, I can do, I think, 3 of them before it no longer allows me to use the attribute editor. I don't understand it. But something about it is just messed up. Okay, caps, we don't want a cap. Let's go with 6. I usually go with 6. And a little bit bigger. We don't want little baby antlers. We want big antlers. That looks like a good place for. Ooh, I should bring up my mood board. Made me a mood board. I mean, not really a mood board, but where are my screenshots? So because I do so much of this stuff last minute, streaming, I mean, I tend to forget to gather resources before the stream. So here we go. Do I have any... Let's see, make sure there's no sketchy stuff. Okay. Ta-da! Mood board. Well, no, lurks appreciated. And thanks again for the raid. But yeah, lurking always appreciated, despite what current Twitch meta or corporation thinks about such things. Honestly, most of the time I treat Twitch when I'm working and, you know, have to split my attention. I treat Twitch like a podcast. I listen to the yappers yap. I'm not staying focused on the cool plays of the game. I'm mostly absorbing. Let's see. So we've got some cool antennas here. There's got to be a Yagi in here somewhere. Got to be Yagi. But mostly I kind of want like one of these guys right here. Just a simple, basic aerial. Man, these look like skeletons, don't they? Oops, you can't see that one. Look kind of like skeletons, like a fish floating through the air. But no, super easy basic aerial. You know, I tried out one of these. Is it a Yagi? I forget. I live in the countryside. So before we had our lovely fiber internet, I tried many different things. And one of them was a directional antenna. It didn't work great. It did not work as advertised. So it got sent back. But yeah. Something like that, something generic. For the antennalope. The antennalope as we had before. I'll fix this up later so it more properly fits in. More properly fits on the model. But this is going to be, well, for one, for shits and giggles. For two, change my workspace here. Yes, mostly for shits and giggles. Oh boy. Apologize to anybody who's expecting pro gamer moves here. The name is as it is. I am indeed rusty. There's multiple reasons why I chose this project name as the Rusty Robot Factory. Zoom out here a bit. Let's see. So we're gonna want it to be. Let's make it. We can always subdivide later. We can always subdivide it later. So I'm thinking these antenna, which are. Did I ever show them? Did I show what the asset I'm using? It's a dead tree. It's a dead tree asset. I think they're too tall. I mean, they look super cool, but they are indeed too tall. So what if we start off a little bit shorter? A little bit shorter. And then we branch it. Do one more. One more. We should probably make them separate objects. So we can control two different blend shapes, maybe. I think we will. Come on. Did it start already? Did it start already? Hold on. There. Duplicate. Here, I was thinking my error started already. I don't think it started quite yet. Yeah, we're gonna workshop this a little bit, and then we will, and then. Yeah, and then we will get to the the animation, the blend shapiness of it. I don't know if we'll even get to that tonight, but this is an idea I've actually had for quite a while. I've got it in Ye Old Sketchbook. Where is Ye Old Sketchbook anyways? Ye Old Sketchbook went missing. Ye Old Sketchbook went missing. Big horn, little horn. Let's make this. Oh, yeah, see, I'm already having the issue where I can't select things in the editor. Wait, no, that's my bad. I unclicked a thing. That's my mistake. Okay, so group these things. Oh, I miss this. I miss the group command. So in Unity, that's not how you group things. In here, you just select them, group, Control G, grouped. In Unity, you make an empty parent. So you select this object and you make an empty parent, which makes it a quote unquote group or game object. And then you can add other things to that game object. I get it from an object-oriented type perspective, but it took me a while to wrap my head around that. It did take a while to wrap my head around. Okay, you know what? Let's scale it up a little bit. And this guy is actually gonna be that longer that way. And then we want little ones. Then we just want little guys. And should we make the little ones, or should we make them cubes? Let's try. The problem with, we can always bevel the cubes later. The problem with cubes is since I am low poly, they do not work as well with shadows. There you go, rough placement here. Yeah, they don't work as well with shadows. Nope, I made the same mistake. I went too big, too tall. There we go. Better. Polycube. Let's make this 1, 1, 1. Too small? Way too small. Perfect. Maybe a little. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. So now we have this guy. I've forgotten so much. Forgotten so much over the years. Like how to distribute things between, like distribute objects between other objects when making duplicates. So you take object A, you take object B, and you hit, well, in Illustrator, it's super easy, but I forgot how to do it in Maya. We select two objects and then it'll make evenly spaced objects between them in duplicates. Remember how to do it in Illustrator and how to do it in Flash even. Oh, that is another stream idea that I'm I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to a Flash stream. I'm going to be using that to make animated emotes. Yes, because I don't want to... Twofold. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out how to use Clip Studio Paint to do the animated emotes. I don't want to use Photoshop to do it, even though I can do it with either of those programs. I mean, I have a couple of animated emotes and they're fun to make. Like, but I think, are they all just tracing over video captures? Oh, they were kind of a pain in the butt. I think I used Photoshop. What are my animated emotes here? Let's see. The Nodders look. That was a pain in the butt to set up. And I think I ended up finally doing that in Photoshop because I wanted to paint over. Yeah, I wanted to paint over the frames as I was framing them out, onion skinning them, keyframing them, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I used Photoshop for that because I didn't watch enough tutorials for Clip Studio. Even though Clip Studio's capabilities look amazing, it's like having to make symbols out of things, or however they call it, objects out of things and whatnot. So it's like, what else can I do? What could I do that would be kind of interesting and not super common these days? Flash. Good old Flash technology. And I have a legal, though non-working on this computer, a legal version on a significantly older workstation that still works. That still works. I have the CS3 suite back when I was freelancing, and it was absolutely required to have the Photoshops. Wait, where are you? You close enough to the pivot? Close enough to the pivot. There we go. Absolutely required. And I do miss. I use it at work a little bit, not as much as I used to, but I do use the Photoshop and some of the Adobe stuff at work. But try to get away from it these days. Because I do not want to pay for that on my own. not for doing the freelancing, or I don't want to be freelancing. Not to use it for like streaming stuff. And that's completely even setting aside all the negative feelings towards Adobe and their subscription practices. But much like me using an ancient version of Maya, there's something a little funny, about using an ancient version of Adobe with an intact perpetual license. I need to dig through, I need to get a couple of my really old computers working again. Hard drive died on one of them, so I have to re-image it anyways. How far back with Flash can I go? Because I've been using Flash since version 4. I don't remember for sure if I had version 4, good old Flash 4, or if I was working for someone in college. I think they had like Flash 4 and 5. So my first version that I bought for freelancing and such, so I could do it all above board, I think that might have been 6. And if I recall, 6 was my favorite anyways. Yeah, man. Thinking back, thinking back, especially since I don't do freelance stuff too often anymore. And I'm a software dev at my day job, so I'm definitely not Definitely not using too much Photoshop. But thinking back on all that, it's like I've used a lot of different versions of software over the years. All right. Okay. How does this look? How does this look? Do a little save right here. You know, not terrible. Not terrible. I think I would want to bend some of these. This is definitely, visually for me, this leans more towards moth. This leans more moth than antlers. Oh geez, where's my pivot? Center. No, don't you do that to me. Come on. Let's see, center the pivot right about there. The nice thing about working with hexagons and I assume octagons, you have nice handy dandy lines to line up with when you're too lazy or sloppy to use snapping. There we go. Oh no, my pivot's I guess that's okay. As I say, my pivot isn't lined up nicely with the rotation. I suppose I could just fix that. You are definitely way too tall now. There we go. Okay, so theoretically, gotta repivot you too. Put you right, might as well be at the base. Kind of have to eyeball it because I did not put a subdivision in the cap, so there's no center point, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So we have theoretically a semi-adjustable antenna. So we go here. We can rotate it sideways, and if we go to the group, twist it. Misbehaving pivots. Misbehaving pivot. That's okay. That's okay. I should have rotated the group instead of the... There we go. No? Oh! Misbehaving Rusty. There we go. Welcome to Jank Modeling 101. Now we have, we'll call this and group. coast. And ant. And we don't care about the rest of it. There. Oops. Do that. Do that. Duplicate the whole thing, and now we have... Now there are two of them. That was my best impression. Yeah, these definitely read more as moth antenna. Probably because they're very uniform. Probably. Yeah, they are in fact very uniform in my mind. What? My pivot's a little off. Forgive me, please. There. Okay. Those are absolutely moth. Oh, we're gonna snooze this ad for 5. I'm gonna be wrapping up soon anyways. These are definitely moth antenna. And if they're moth antenna, they need to move further forward. Okay, so mission failed successfully. I think we'll still bring them into Unity anyways, just for fun. Just for fun. Okay, so in that case, let's make sure our pivots are in the right spot. Bring them a little further forward. I'll put them like right behind the eyebrows. Well, the nice thing is we can adjust them in Unity too, because I'm leaving them all as primitives. I'm not combining them, which is bad for your whatever. Moth ant. Bad for your optimization, although these are just cubes and yeah. Let's see what they look like anyways. Export selection. I could use the send to Unity, but I don't think I have it set up nicely. Export moth ant 00s 001 001. Why not? Bam. So theoretically, these will show up at the correct height. Go to default, grab that FBX. Where's it? Scenes. Moth. So making new things, but I still haven't exported my mug. Go figure. Oh yeah, there's the mug. There's the mug right there. Nice. I can bring the mug in. Okay, we are in Rustyverse. Rustyverse. Actually, I don't need to do all that work. Why am I trying to hunt this down? Let's go over to mine. Bam. Theoretically, that brought in some moth antenna. There they are. Janky. Nice and janky. Oh. A trap. We need a little bit more peppy music here for the end of the night. I don't know if you can even hear the music. I do. Audio balancing is the bane of my existence. It truly is. My greatest streamer weakness. Audio balancing. Okay, where are we? Rusty Biz, where are you? There you are. Antennas ready to go. Generic tree. Generic tree dead 01. That's what that is. Okay, go there. Drop this right into there. And now we have moth antlers somewhere. Wow, they are really high up in the air for some reason. Oh, so the reason they are very high up in the air is because they are 1.7 meters above the spot. Rusty's tall, and I just realized I've been making VTuber faces and acting, and I'm not even on the screen. Could be worse. Could be worse. I could be muted and not on the screen. There we go. Ooh, not terrible. Not, oh, they're a little low. A little low. There we go. And, oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna have to give all of these their own. Let's see if I can select them all in one shot here. I should have assigned a more appropriate material. No. There we go. Probably this iris. Probably that iris. Why do I have so many iris files? Okay. Let's just use this one. Okay, we got that one. Hopefully it's the right one. Hopefully it's the right one. Okay, we are going to give this a shot. Save. Press play. Get somewhere with a little bit more headroom. There we go. There we go. Fitting. Those are giant shelving units. I think I need to fix the scale on these shelving units. They look a little, I mean, they could be big, no problem. I mean, we have pallet racking in the back, but these look too chunky. So they just look scaled up instead of whatever. Okay, so headgear test. Scope dog. I know it's a little dark. A little dark. Okay, so scope dog. Pad labor earphones. Headset. Dead tree antlers. Moth antennae, and they are indeed using the wrong version of the iris. And they are absolutely moth antenna. They are absolutely moth antenna. They're a fun little experiment, though. Yeah, let's zoom in on the face a little bit. There. We are now moth. We have become moth. This is fine. They're also really chonky. Yeah, really chonky. I think I need to thin up everything about them. Everything about them, because they don't really fit the scale of my head. But do they read as antenna? I guess that would be the next question. Do they read as moth antenna? Aside from the goofy scaling issues. See, let's move them just a little bit. Let's see, Z. A little bit in the Z. Maybe just a smidge up. Too much of a smidge. Too much of a smidge. 2. 2, 5. There we go. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're definitely too big. There we go. We'll go with that. We'll go with, yep. Definitely moth coated here. Definitely moth coated. Oh well, it was a fun experiment. It was more for like look dev anyways. let's go with the new classic. The new classic. And we'll end stream here. Well, I mean, we'll raid out, but we'll end stream here. Okay, let's see. Twitch. Again, thank you everyone for stopping by, saying hi. Thank you again to the raiders. Thanks for Digi for raiding and dropped a follow. Check out later. Let's see who's online. Is that the? Let's see. Bad habit of announcing like where I may be going before I actually go there. And sometimes they'll go offline like just when I'm, you know, they had same idea, wrapping up stream as it going along. But we are gonna go raid Boom. Haven't had a chance to raid Boom because our schedules haven't quite lined up lately. We're gonna go raid Boom. There's one raid message, and here's another Rusty raid. Yes, we'll do the nodding, the Rusty raid. Thanks again for everyone staying by, stopping by, saying hi, and we'll see you on Wednesday when I'm most likely playing Voices of the Void. Why am I not looking at you? There we go. We're playing Voices of the Void, and then Friday, probably games, kind of up in the air. Probably games, but either way, I might work on this in the off time. But I mean, you know, for just a couple of dead tree assets, I'm kind of digging my antlers. I'll have to add little sparkle effects or something, little sparks maybe. Maybe that would sell it. Maybe I'll just leave it. All right, let's go raid Boom. And boom. Oops, I didn't use my own raiders.